That's why I remain unimportant. Less pressure.
As if the return of the Amels hasn't set Hightown on its ear.
As long as it's off its ass. We can't all be short and bearded like your people, Bodan. Muzzle the geezer. Got it. Don't go all pompous on me, all right? She always did love being constantly watched by large, armed men. Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
Hawke said sarcastically.
You know I hate it when you do that.
Hawke muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf.
Why is everybody looking at me? What's the worst that can happen? You turn into an abomination and start... Never mind. Bad joke. What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you. At the Blooming Rose, 50 silvers standard for a whore. So you get all the debauchery and none of the blame. Wash behind the ears. Evil usually gets stuck there. You can't shoot your family at a charging bandit and stop him dead between the eyes. Oh, cloak and dagger phrases. How about the queasy crow flies at midnight? That's him. My own living, breathing, slobbering status symbol. So you're what? Hoping I can yell really loudly in his ear, maybe give him a good shake? Well, all right. I could use a nap. You're really not my type. Complete accident. I was trying to help. Honest. Have you ever seen an abomination? They are ugly. If I held a grudge against everyone who attacked me in a dream, I'd have no friends. So you know the demon thing is crazy, and you do it anyway. Just as long as you're worried about it. I happen to be in the area. Seeing the sights, killing bandits, the usual. That does ring a bell. Hard to remember. I've killed so many things. I don't think so. They weren't wearing name tags. Last night I saw Sir Conrad sacrificing a goat to the great demon. Then he howled. Loudly.
What? Demon?
Oh yes. He was carrying on about how much he wanted to do demon-y things.
What? No.
I tell you, that Sir Conrad must be an abomination or something.
I think I missed the elvish sign for "this present induces terrible guilt." I'll shop more carefully in the future.
You can turn it around. All it took for me was an ancient tomb, a few thousand darkspawn, and one nasty bastard of a dwarf. Dupuis. That's a funny name. It cannot be a coincidence. It sounds exactly like a coincidence. You really did make yourself a target, though. Kidnapping people and all. You think he put the cobwebs up to discourage tax collectors? I assume you mean he's crazy, not just very upset. Look at the bright side. You can spend the rest of your days as a caretaker for a murderous lunatic. Come on, Varric. Let's go drink until we can't see straight. That'll make you feel better. That's the problem with being a big fish in a small pond. I could never tell the little fish apart. Sabine's been a helpful chap. Plus, he says our villains threatened to kill his wife and son. They even killed his dog, to prove a point. His dog, Hubert. You know how important they are to Fereldans. How about we skip this one? Send your man instead.
How about I shove a canary up your coal mine? Let's go.
So, care to explain your particular brand of crazy? You were going to kill people anyway. That's not funny at all, really. Sorry, I find myself distracted by deny and die. You could have built a ship by now, you know. Baby animals are cute. Ships, not so much. Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit? I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though. The Templars are gone. You can stop glowing. I thought you told me you were a good spirit. How very canary of you. Possibly... Here, you throw this away?
A night at the Hanged Man for all the guard. You'll come?
Of course you'll come. Try the copper marigolds again. In hindsight, they weren't the worst option.
It's not funny.
I beg to differ.
You'll beg for more than that if you keep this up. I was mute and now I want to sing.
Please don't. You don't want me as sour and dour as you. You need a counterpoint. You could send him gold and he'd complain it was heavy.
Of all the giant mirrors in your house, Merrill, this is easily the nicest. Tell me you didn't bring the killer mirror to Kirkwall just because it's pretty.
Hello again, Keeper. Don't you look lovely? It's a lot to ask, but could you two try to be less elfy for the sake of the human present? Whoever's hiding had better come out. Unless you're a dragon. Then feel free to keep hiding. Merrill couldn't hurt you if she tried. At worst, she might make frowny faces. Who could pass up life in Kirkwall? The city of sunshine and butterflies.
I'll apologize to them later. I'll even pretend to be sorry. You know, we might have to try that a few more times to really get the meaning. I was thinking of scandalizing the neighbors by having my Dalish lover move in. I'm tempted to say she isn't, just to see your reaction.
Sorry to interrupt this lovely student-teacher reunion, but where is my mother?
Maybe she wanted to redecorate. Add a few flowers.
People take their frustrations out on me all the time. When you tell people, mention that I got it from the belly of a dragon. He's your child. How fast can he be? I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation. I just can't think of it right now. She's onto you, Patrice. Quick, lie harder. At least it can't get worse. Today, anyway. It's pretty late. I brought you something. It's shiny and subversive. I thought you'd like it. If the Arishok asks why we killed his men, we'll say it was an accident.